Would y'all ever truly get a private jet? Like, if you had the capital to get a private jet?
I had a conversation with a friend the other day, and I told him, like...
Without a doubt. Like you would,
I want if I ever make...
Dog, how much are private jets?
Like $200 million.
200 million? Let me see this.
If I ever have that amount of money to where I can afford a private... Not just buy one, afford it, like a pilot, all that, I'm getting a private jet.
Like, why not? Man?
But at that point, I'm gonna... It's a necessity. It's not just like, okay, I want a private jet.
All right, so private jets are between $3 million and $90 million.
Okay, that's less than 200.
Yeah.
But if you're making that much money where you're considering a private jet,
so you probably need to be making at least $200 million if you want to buy jet.
Well, you could also use it as a tax write-off. Like if you have a business or whatever, you can
just buy it and then you can use it like charter other people when you're not using it.
Rent it out.
Rent it out.
Yeah. That's true.
But you have to hire pilots and all that stuff.
Dang, I don't know.
But if you're making that much money, you're probably traveling a lot.
Yeah. Well, you got to be making some business moves like across the country. Like you know how you went to China.
Yeah.
So let's say like whenever you got your thing going on in China, you have to go to China real quick to take care of some business.
Even not just China. Say you in California, and you got to go to New York and back like six times in a couple of weeks, or
in the same week, like in the same. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I don't know how long a flight that is.
When you're going to cities just for one day,
like an hour or two,
and now you're like a high profile person, so you can't
private jet.
What?
From Cali to NY.
You said an hour, dog?
It's not an hour.
No.
Yeah, what kind of jet you be on?
That's what I'm saying, bro.
What jet? A two-person.
That is crazy.
Bro, by the time
that's like $1 billion jet, bro. You stole that from the military.
That is crazy. And you're on that GTA. Bro,
everybody chasing that.
Yeah, you're going up the ramp, dog.
1 hour, no, that's crazy.
Nah, bro, I tried that stuff so many times trying to go into the
GTA
Air Force.
There's no winning. There's no winning.
Yeah, bro.
Dude, that was my favorite game for the longest time.
That's
just to mess around, bro. Like that's just so fun.
But low key, bro, like if you have some like anger in you, bro, you gotta take it.
Let's go. Destroy some stuff. That's such a that game is. I wish they could come out with 6, but I get why they're not coming out with 6.
Yeah, they're coming out with a lot of online stuff.
5 is still making...
Yeah.
If it's not the top grossing game, it dropped down to number 2. But until I think Fortnite came, GTA was the top grossing. And that came out sophomore year of high school.
Yeah.
We're juniors.
I think we were freshmen. Because I remember we were freshmen. Because I remember my brother was like, bro, I got the new GTA.
Oh, I thought you were talking about Fortnite, my bad.
GTA 5.
No, GTA, that came out
freshman year. I remember that.
And they just keep adding stuff to it.
Yeah, they're doing a lot of more
DLC,
online beta stuff now. Yeah.
Dang, bro.
Because I just saw a commercial. They came out with like another online.
They got a whole
edition.
Casino. You go and you play on the casino.
Oh yeah, bro.
Damn,
more missions, and they just keep adding, and they're making.
I feel like Rockstar gave us our fix, like our other fix, because that was freshman year, so that's been 7 years now.
Yeah.
So 7 or 8 years. I feel like Rockstar gave us a fix when they came out with Red Dead.
Yeah. I still haven't finished the story, but Red Dead goes crazy.
That's the thing about Rockstar. They take their time and they actually make quality stuff.
You have PS4 or X?
PS4.
I want to play Red Dead, but I don't have nobody to play online with because their online mode
is ridiculous.
Their online
cool,
mode, they're still working it out like they did GTA. So their online mode's really not even finished, and it's still growing. But what it has now,
what do you do on the online?
Imagine GTA just set back in a Western world, so it simplifies the game. There's no rocket launchers and airplanes.
Pistols.
It's just pistols, revolvers, and horses. Nothing too fancy. Everybody just has the simple guns.
I literally just bought Red Dead, the first game, yesterday because I've been trying. Yeah, I've been trying to play not I guess in order, if you will, because the second one is prior to the first. But I just started it, but bro, there's so much you can do just in the first Red Dead alone. I literally, because I remember playing at your crib because y'all had it. But when I downloaded it, I was like, bro, there's so much you can do. I kind of got lost.
And that was back then, bro.
Yeah, bro.
Now, bro, it's ridiculous.
It's
You know what I wish though? You know the chariots you could take.
Yeah.
I wish you could just pinpoint where you want to go.
And fast travel.
Because
you be sitting there tapping A, riding a horse all the way across the map. Bro, this is taking forever.
Hey, shout out Ellie Noir, boy.
Yeah.
Oh, Ellie Noir. Have you played Ellie Noir?
Bro.
Crazy.
I almost got it.
You need to get it. Right now it's probably $5, bro.
Yeah. Well, they came out with a remastered, but yeah, it's probably $5 most likely.
Eleanor goes off, bro.
I mean, to me, I'm a history buff, so like that.
You like history?
Anytime anytime I can interact with history, because we can't time travel.
Yeah.
I mean, I read some stuff. We probably can, but
yeah, I read some stuff. We probably could time travel.
You think so?
Yeah, I saw this. I saw this show the other day. Truly, this guy, he's an actor, but he's using his platform to truly solve the questions that he's been trying to solve himself for a while. And like he has different episodes, like one about the Bible, like the secrets of the Bible, things like that. Traces of Nazis, things like that.
Bro, I watched. Bro, that is.
Bro, when I saw you talking about
Nazis,
that,
bro, the Nazi stuff is wild. Hunting
Hitler.
Bro, when I saw you talk about that, I was like, bro, like I'm glad you finally caught on, bro.
Bro, that is wild.
No, isn't that crazy?
They made it out.
Did.
In conclusion,
did you finish it?
Did you finish? It's 6 seasons.
I did. There's 6.
Yeah.
I haven't finished. Do I need to finish it?
I mean, not that you. I mean, I advise you.
I'm almost to the end of the third.
Not like you're gonna miss out or anything, because like you're gonna find out regardless.
Yeah. I feel like we should talk about that.
What happened to him?
I put Ryan on, bro, and like
I'm only at the end of the third.
Well, okay, well you let us know.
Regardless,
if you want to talk about it, bro,
because like
we're gonna talk about it.
No, yeah, because I mean the results are the same. Like I mean you're gonna find out more and more that they did behind the scene, like behind everybody's like back
with like escape routes and all that.
Yeah. Like
they use a submarine.
It's just crazy to me. It's just crazy to me how like I mean of course World War II is bad, but like we went through. Like World War II was bad, but like we lived the rest of our lives, not the rest of their lives, like 45 and on, thinking like they were all dead
and they were just chilling.
They were chilling, but they were rebuilding for the Fourth Reich, bro.
Yeah. So what happened? Why did it fail? Did you get that far? Like why did the Fourth Reich?
Hitler died.
Hitler died ultimately. Yeah.
So he actually did.
Hitler had a disease.
No, he did escape. Yeah, he did escape. He died in the 60s for sure.
Where?
I think it's in Argentina. Or if
so
not,
he actually did. I always thought, from what I've seen so far, I was like, maybe he didn't make it out, but everybody else around.
So basically, hey Nick, correct me if I'm wrong, because you know it, right? So basically, they were in Germany, right? They got into a submarine somewhere in Europe.
They took a submarine
from Europe, basically.
From Europe, bro.
It was Northern Europe, right?
Yeah, they went all the way around.
Was it Europe or Africa?
No, it was Europe.
Okay.
Yeah. It was in the bunker in Germany. Yeah. And they literally took a whole ass route all the way around South America. Yeah, South America just to get. To.
They went the other way.
Yeah. Actually, no. They went straight down.
Okay.
But the thing is, though, there was like when you start off the show, they talk about how there were multiple theories on how he got there. And
the northern route and the southern route.
Yeah, and like the flying, things like just different things like that. But they had taken all the way there, and there's just many accounts of people like locals who live there, not just Nazis, but locals that said they saw Hitler.
Bro, you know what's crazy? They went to that exact beach where all the submarines were coming. Yeah. Right, and then so they had a picture. Right, they took a picture where like submarines were like lined up on the beach or something. Remember that?
Yeah.
Was that part of it?
They were trying to figure out whether a submarine actually.
That part yet?
They were trying to figure out whether an actual submarine actually pulled up, because there was an account of an older lady who she said exactly she was outside her house. And all she saw
She described that exact submarine.
Yeah, all she saw were these submarines pulled up and just saw a lot of people come out, and she assumed that they were Nazis.
But she was a little girl.
Yeah. Just due to like all the stuff that was going on. I mean, relatively little, because she had to have some type of knowledge.
That she was old enough to tell the story.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. And so soon to find out, there was traces of like not just the submarines, but like traces of like actual artifacts in that lake.
And they took planes. I remember in season 3 they took the plane. They found the propeller, and the one dude had got the like pilot's jacket or life with the Nazis.
Yeah.
And then they found like the books of how they funded all the people who were migrating.
Yeah.
Went through the Catholic Church.
Yes.
Got false identities from the Red Cross.
See, even the Catholic Church were hiding Nazis, bro.
That's what I'm saying.
Which is the craziest thing.
Because you gotta think about it. Nazis or the communists. Communists destroy churches. Nazis don't. So you have to like.
Yeah, and then they were kind of like hold to their will too a little bit. But even then, though, yeah, you're definitely right about that. It's crazy.
Wasn't there like a underground like railroad track, or like where they had like literally all these weapons for the fourth coming, basically? I literally. You remember that? Like, it was like, there's overgrown...
It's been a while. Like,
there's overgrown grass, and, like, they opened, like, one of these doors, and, like, there was, like, just boxes full of just, like, ammunition.
I'm pretty sure you're right on that.
That compound...
It's been so long since I've seen, like, the show.
I didn't finish the show, but, like, so, basically, how did they deem, like, yeah, Hitler basically came to Argentina? Because you're a pretty good history buff.
There's so much...
Wait, hold up. Just to fill it, for people who are lost, we're talking about it was a conspiracy theory, but it's not a conspiracy theory.
Not anymore, most definitely.
The actual facts of how at the end of World War II, even though we think all the, like, Germans and the Nazis died, all the high-ranking officials of the Nazi party pretty much had an escape plan and escaped Germany to South America, more specifically, like, Argentina and Chile, and made it out alive, just to kind of put it off.
Well, did they really die? We have neo-Nazis here.
So that's the thing. That's
descendants.
Those are descendants. So there's this dang, it's been that long, bro. But there's this small community, in South America. I can't.
Oh, I know exactly what you're talking about.
There's a small community in South America that's not even Germany. It's not German
it's
at
all. Little Germany.
Yeah, it's literally a little Germany. Like, this is where most of the it's a fort. It's basically a huge fort, bro. Like,
the one that turned into the tourist place.
Yes.
I know what you're talking.
Yes,
I want to go there just to see it.
Like, bro, like, and all these people, like, keep in mind that all these people were not even German when they migrated there or traveled there.
Nah.
These people were Spanish-speaking people and everything, but now it's
a German community.
It's a German community.
That's crazy.
Like, and it's full of Aryan, white, blue-eyed people. Like, it's crazy.
This is in Chile, right, or somewhere?
I think it's called Bariloche.
Yeah.
Something. Oh my goodness! It's either that one or another one, but I can't
And they were sneaking around in the tunnels and then got kicked out, and no one really.
Is that where the cemetery where they like went over the cemetery and like they literally saw a Nazi, like a swastika?
Yes.
Remember?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I maybe talking about something different. I'm talking about earlier.
No, because I know. Yeah, I think we're talking about the same thing, but I know what you're talking about too. It's been so long. I might need to go rewatch that thing. But
it's just crazy. It's just crazy how that timeline is.
Yeah, like, because regardless of what they found or anything, they escaped. Most of them, for sure, most of the high-ranking Nazis escaped, and Hitler escaped.
Well, Cuba was affiliated. Castro was affiliated, right?
I can't say for certain.
What you mean? They said it in the documentary.
I can't say for certain. I mean, I have to go back. I don't want to speak on something that I don't know.
I could have sworn they something with Cuba. They were planning to assassinate JFK. Like, just that whole timeline.
Oh, that's the Bay of Pigs, but
that's what I'm saying. Bay of Pig. I thought they did something about like Bay of Pig. I don't know.
Oh no,
You're the history buff.
So those are the timelines are kind of different from that, but he did die. From what I know, is around in the 60s, if not early 60s, just due to just complicated.
Well, why does everybody else stop?
What do you mean? Who
if Hitler dies,
okay.
If they're already working towards it, why does everybody else stop?
So the high-ranking Nazis, or like the ones that were like part of the SS, those ended up eventually dying. But not that their agendas haven't stopped, but it's just not as big as to where it is. Like, of course, there are descendants that have migrated or traveled and live here in the U.S. now, but it's not
when the originators are.
Yeah, exactly. When the originators of the plan aren't there, it kind of just ruins.
Kind of just like
they're like, we're already the underdog.
And especially
because they were like 60s and 70s,
with the mass majority. Yeah, especially with the mass. Well, when they were living well, not really. Because I mean, even when Hitler was living well.
He was still kind of sick, huh?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. Like, they're older.
Okay, yeah.
The original plan to overthrow another, what do we call it?
Yeah. They were trying to take over the whole thing. Yeah, they're taking over the whole world.
They're older, so they're dying off.
Yeah, exactly. But even when he was on the top of the world, like he was the man, if you so will. He had Alzheimer's. He was
like bipolar, like he was
mentally, there was a lot of stuff going on with him, and like there's a lot of videos where if you research, you'll find that he's always covering his left hand because it's shaky. So he was going through some stuff, and that's what allowed him to even put his own soldiers, his like not the SS, but when I say SS, I mean it's like the higher elite Nazis.
Right.
The soldiers, like that's why he put them on drugs because of his. It was all propaganda, bro. Literally, of how it all came about. like on how he rose to power, but because even like the true German like people, like the true German government officials, not just because it's two different things. Because like Hitler started his own party, which was the Nazi party, but it's not what it was called at the time. But he came about his own ideals, his own ideologies about how things should be ran. But before he came about, there was actual true government officials that were in Germany, and there's this term called Valkyrie, where if the SS were to die or anything like that, or the high government officials were to die, and anybody were trying to take over the government. I mean, not just the Nazis, but the government as a whole, because Germany was still its own country, not just country, but states and stuff like that.
Yeah. If
that were to happen, then the Germany government officials would come in and take over just to save Germany. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So there was a plot to assassinate Hitler, and there's a movie about it. What's his name? I don't know his name. Damn. He's a famous actor. It came out in like 2008 or something. There was an actual coup that was made.
Inglourious Bastards?
That's a TV show.
No, that's a movie. That's a movie, and it has to do with Nazis.
Yeah, that's a movie, but
I don't know if that was.
No, yeah, I talking about.
No, yeah, but it's
a
separate.
With Brad Pitt.
It was funny. Yeah, it was one of those funny movies.
Yeah. I think it's Brad Pitt, but it's separate. It's so it's called Valkyrie. So there was a coup made on Hitler that he needed. That they were trying to assassinate him, blow him up, literally plant a bomb, blow him up, and they tried to blow him up in the bunker, which would have definitely killed him. But they happened to move the meeting to a different venue, and so I mean it killed people around him, but it didn't kill him. But aside from that, so they try to do a coup d'etat on him, and that was to believe that if Hitler was dead, then the SS themselves are trying to take over Germany, which according to German law that wasn't fitting. So the rule of Valkyrie is they were trying to hold the integrity of Germany and not let the SS just take over because Hitler's dead. Because at the time Hitler was known to be like the man in charge.
Yeah.
So, but it came to find out that Hitler didn't die, and then the people that were trying to pull the coup, they were exposed, and then they ended up getting assassinated or just killed off. But those people that pulled the coup, they were people that were prior to Hitler coming into power. Those were people that were in charge of Germany, literally, because they didn't believe in what Hitler was doing at all. It's a really good movie, honestly. You should watch it. But aside from that, he was giving all the drugs he could to the soldiers, because not that the soldiers didn't believe in what he was doing, but like the heights that he was going into, like just saying like only us type of people should be living, nobody else. It's like, it's crazy, bro. Like, it's so extreme. So like you have to put these people or these soldiers in a mindset to where like nothing else matters but this guy's beliefs.
Yeah. And
the only way I live and my family lives is if I abide those. Yeah. It's freaking
history's wild. And like, okay, so we've been learning all our life, like the Nazis died, World War II ended, that was the end of the Nazis. And so that turns out to all be fake and false.
Yeah, I mean,
so like, what else do we think we know that we don't know? That we don't even.
Yeah, bro. Like that's what I'm saying. It's crazy how like because the U.S. just wanted to get over World War II and just like live in prosperity, and which we did.
And start. It's really the Cold War. It's like okay, we have to. And just we're done with the Nazis. Now we got the communists.
Russians. Yeah, exactly.
The communists and the Russians up. So now we have to make that switch of priorities. So were they communists? Okay. Basically. So you got Russia and China coming up. Now we have to switch that.
Japan too. God.
Japan. So it's like.
Yeah, I mean we killed off Japan for the most part in World War II.
Yeah, we come in
Okinawa.
Yeah. So like, what if the Nazis like create that nuclear bomb?
That's another thing too, bro. Like when we killed off the Nazis, we just gladly brought in this guy named von Braun.
He was a Nazi, bro.
He was a Nazi.
A lot of the scientists that were part of the Cold War were Nazis.
What's crazy? You know what's
von
crazy?
Braun is basically the founder of NASA, bro. Basically, bro. Like he's
that crazy Nazi scientist. He would like experiment on people. Like
he lived out his life. Yeah.
He ill will. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like just doing crazy.
Yeah.
all the medical or a lot of the medical research that we have today in the United States we had in that book he wrote. Isn't that crazy?
Yeah, bro.
That
because like we were
he was the only one who was crazy enough to
experiment. But if he wasn't the one to experiment like these crazy,
we wouldn't know.
We wouldn't know, and we wouldn't be saving people's lives today, bro. Like that's what's crazy. Like how
it really just comes full
circle, right?
That's
crazy.
It's kind of
sometimes nature balances itself out.
Yeah, somehow. It's crazy. But it's because we glorify this dude Von Braun, and I mean he did do a lot, which he did bring a lot of different research to the table. But it's just like this guy was helping these Nazis, and like I mean he put himself in a good position, man, and he knew what position he was in. Like y'all, I mean, you could kill me, but like you're gonna lose out on all this stuff that I know. Not just that I know.
Nazis are smart.
Yeah, not just that I know about stuff about the Nazis, but stuff that I've done on my own, like own research and things like that. So like that's why the U.S. couldn't really say no. Like they had to bring him in.
And it was either they take him or the Russians take him.
That too.
Like, okay,
and I'm sure, damn sure at the time they weren't gonna give it up, bro.
That too.
That's what's crazy, bro. Especially how like that's crazy how Germany they have like those underground railroad or underground tunnels. You know, because so
that's basically how he kind of escaped, bro.
That's what I'm saying, bro. Because they knew it was gonna come to an end, right? So they built these underground tunnels for them to but these are like massive tunnels, right? Massive. That's what's insane.
And linked them all going north and south.
Linked them, bro. Like north, south, west.